A trapezoid is a quadrilateral with exactly one pair of parallel sides. Its area can be found by adding the two bases together, multiplying by the height, and then dividing by 2. The two bases are this line and this line. The height is right here.
The two parallel sides of a trapezoid are called the bases. The two non-parallel sides of a trapezoid are called the legs. On this trapezoid, since these two sides are parallel, these would be the bases. And since these are non-parallel, these will be the legs.
The base angles are angles formed by a base and one of the legs. Each base has a pair of base angles. For this bottom base, this and this angle are its pair, and for this base, this angle and this angle are its pair.
Isosceles trapezoid. A trapezoid in which the legs are congruent, both pairs of base angles are congruent, and the diagonals are congruent. If we look at this model, we can see that leg AC is congruent to leg BD. You can see that diagonal AD is congruent to diagonal BC. You can also see that this pair of base angles are congruent and this pair of base angles are congruent. From what we've learned, we have 3 theorems. The first being, if a trapezoid is isosceles, then each pair of base angles is congruent, as shown here. The second being, if a trapezoid has one pair of congruent base angles, then it is an isosceles trapezoid, as you can see here. And the third being, a trapezoid is isosceles if, and only if, its diagonals are congruent.
The mid-segment of a trapezoid is the segment that connects the midpoints of the legs of the trapezoid. That's this segment right here. The trapezoid mid-segment theorem says that the mid-segment of a trapezoid is parallel to each base, and its measure is 1/2 the sum of the lengths of the bases.
Alright, so right now we're trying to put in a protective piece of plastic to stop us from getting hit with a puck. Now I know this shape is a trapezoid, and to find out how much plastic we need to find the area. So first we need to find both bases of the trapezoid. The first one is 35 inches. The second base is 42 inches. And now we need the height, which is exactly 27 inches. So now let's go to the math.
Go.
The formula for the area is right here. It's base 1 plus base 2 times the height, all over 2. When we plug in the numbers, we have the first base is 35 inches, the second base is 42 inches, and the height is 27 inches. Then we add the bases together and get 77 for the combined number of both the bases. When we multiply 77 and 27, we get 2079. And then when we divide by 2, we get that we need 1039.5 inches of plastic to fill up that trapezoid.